Alright guys, FatBuddyCat here. A little update after the testing procedures yesterday. The only thing we had happen was I lost the tab that holds the front of the seat down, okay? That thing, she snapped right off. So, I kind of knew this was going to happen. I had an idea, and I planned ahead a little bit. So I'm going to take you through my idea of how we're going to fix this. It's going to, again, this might be a temporary, permanent kind of thing, because you're not going to want to go and replace your seat with the same thing. This is going to be a reoccurring issue with the same exact seat. I'll show you why. It's just got one bolt that's up under the back. If you guys are familiar with these bikes, you know what I'm saying. It's just got this little piton thing. Whoa, look at that. It gave up too. Okay, so what do? You know, this is the only bolt that held the whole thing on. That left the party. Not getting a ride home over here. Alright, so this is my next approach. Alright, so they put this nice little slot there, right, and the tab came off the front of that. Now that just about lines up with this right here. Alright, this one already has a hole. We might as well drill one there too. We're gonna need it, but not yet. First we need to figure out how to make a bracket, right? So I ran down the store and I got a piece of 1/8 inch bar stock, and this is just a 1.5 inches. Alright, reason I got that is it's just gonna be slightly narrower, you know, even at our skinniest spot, you know, which is actually up here. You know, that'll be where our outlets say. You know, we might be able to slide something through if we cut another outlet, mouth, channel, whatever you want to call it. So that's the idea. I'm gonna mark this out roughly, just so you guys get a better idea of what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's easier than words. Alright, let me get a jump ahead on you. Alright guys, I'm just gonna cut all the BS out of this and make it as easy as possible. What I did, I put the fastback on that, guys, and that's it. Alright, gave it the Friday night special, called it a day. Alright, little over here, and on the hole that they already had, all I had to do was just shank the edges out here a little bit more. All right, so that's it, prison style, guys. All right, then I just put the piece of 1/8 inch bar stock right through it. Know what I mean? So that's what we got. And you know, I know that this is useless. All right, guys, we're just gonna end up yanking it out with a pair of pliers or something. But it gives us a reference point. All right, so we know we have to make this slope here, this angle, okay, and we're going to be somewhere in that vicinity. So if we can bring this down, right, and then just let the tail hang out. Same thing in the front. We're just going to leave it, you know. But we'll leave it like 6 inches long. We'll just nip the end of it. Maybe not quite so long in the front. Maybe we will. We'll see. We got this piece for, I think it was like $11. All right. If you can find the seats, if they're still in stock, it's probably going to happen again. Okay. Maybe this only lasts a little bit, guys. Maybe this will only get you a little ways down the trail. It probably gets you a lot of ways down the trail compared to what they were doing, though. All right, you see what I'm saying? So if you just replace it with the same thing, you're going to be doing the same thing. That's insane, guys, by definition. All right, so we're changing insane. It might be slightly crazy, but you know, we're with it. So I'm going to mark this out. I'm going to make this as easy as I can. That way if you guys have any questions, you can do the same exact thing. Alright? I'll be right back. Alright guys, so what I did here is I measured this distance. Alright, I'm about 2 inches on this one, alright? So we know that's going to be our first bend. That's going to be our drastic one, alright? And then we're going to have our sweep that goes out the back, alright? And I measured from here to here and I got about 3 inches. Now, this is just going to hang out for now, the same as that's just going to hang out in the front. Okay? So, my biggest concern is going to be making this bend, right? And then starting this sweep, okay? So that as we feed the piece back in after we make the bend, we can start to go flush up against this. All right, sort of like we're gonna do the skewer this way. All right, so this will be bent and it'll come up against that, and then we can set our tail and our other front tail, whatever you want to call it. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Let me get a little bend on this so you can get a better idea of what we're going for. All right, guys, FatBuddyCat back in action. Here's my result. All right. The way I got that, tape measure, marking out my general bends, guys, heating it up, MAP gas, propane might work on this. You got to get it as hot as you can, all right? Get it in the vise, and then using gloves, eye protection, everything you can, guys. I wear rubber shoes all the time, I wear boots. Just pay attention to what you're doing. Start your bend slow. And just be careful for sharp edges and stuff as you go, all right? This is grassroots, like I'm saying. This is the first shot of this thing. This bend here, you see how it's just a little bit askew, but overall it's going to be cut short. Maybe we'll do some kind of something fancy with the end, but I know that this fits in the seat, all right? I'm going to get you a shot of that. I'll be right back. Bye. All right, guys, now this is a work in progress. Again, this is FatBuddyCat. Just, dude, I was going crazy over this, and this is what I came up with last night. All right, so I dream about things like this, guys. So we're good here, we're good there. I drilled my holes back here first, right? I set a pin, came up front, marked where my hole was, took this outside, put it in a vise, drilled this hole, came back in, set this pin, held this to where it was centered on the frame up here, okay? So that way my seat sits straight. And then I went ahead and just kind of put the bit through the end of this hole to, you know, make a punch or whatnot. So I put it to the side, drilled the hole, boom, there we are. It's perfect, all right, guys? The next part is going to be putting the seat on, right? We know it's going to go on there, right? So I'm going to go ahead and clean up the edges on this thing, right? I'm going to cut this back a little, clean it up. I'm going to paint this thing, guys. I'm going to call this good because it has to be, all right? We're going to figure out how to get our wrench up in there. I think we can slide the seat forward a little bit, tighten this, kick it back a skosh, and we know we can access this. All right, guys? So this is it, guys. Live action. This is how we do it. All right? Be right back. Look at that. FatBuddyCat custom MB200-2 seat hanger. All right, guys? So, well, this is what we ended up with. All right? Coat of primer. All right? Coat of grill paint. That's it. All right, so that's going to slide through here. All right, and then we're going to figure out how to get the bolts on. I haven't tried it yet, guys. All right, so bear with me. We're in this together. All right, I'm going to do you guys one better. All right, I'm going to make this thing an ace. I mean, as far as what we're doing, you know, this is just, again, better than stock. That's what we're after, all right? This might be for some of my boys out there on the track who are having a hard time with these seats. You know, maybe you guys got something similar, but this is just what I'm thinking of, all right? This is what's going to work for me. This might work for you. All right, so I like how this fits in, guys. It's really snug. I could probably bolt this right and like just barely get a wrench up in there, but it all feeds through in this direction, okay? And I'll show you that, but I'm gonna go ahead and clean this off, and I'm gonna put a quick tack on that. I'm gonna weld this, guys. All right, I'll be right back. This is not gonna take long, not at all. All right, here's what we got. Not bad, huh? All right, we'll try it out and see what happens. I'll get you in a position and see if we can't get this on the bike. One shot. All right, you guys should be able to see from about there. All right, well, here's the piece. All right. So we're gonna put it through the seat. Just wiggle it in. Be careful not to tear the foam up. It should come out the front. All right, and just push it through. Okay, just like that, guys. All right, so you have all of this. Okay, and there's a lot of plastic here. There's a lot more here than what they were giving us. All right, so now flip it over. Find your hole. All right, I'm going to use a lock washer, a big washer, and a nut. Get it under there. Whoops. Kind of tricky to get up in there. I guess I could have thought that through. See the way my fender is, guys? It's kind of in the way. I could really take this off and go up that way. Or we get a whole nother angle on things right here. All right. Okay, there it is. I got a few threads on there, all right, guys? I'll show you. So there it is. All right, so that's the angle that I took. Now up in the front, our hole is going to line up, all right, because of the way we drilled it. So what we're going to do, grab a bolt. Get up in here, put it through the seat. Hold on. Okay, so it's through the bracket, and then this is where you might have to get a little pull up on the back. You know what I mean? Square it up. There it is. All right, so you see how I didn't have to bend on anything, guys? All I had to do was just kind of get it over the hole, all right, and bring it all the way down, and then it's so close because of the way we drilled our hole that when it's sitting flush, our bolt slides right through. All right, now could we go and weld a nut up under there somehow? Yeah, but I'm trying to make this, guys, so that maybe you know, you can share this with each other. Maybe, you know, maybe I can make a couple more of these or something. All right, but let me get this tightened up, and then we'll take another look at it. All right. All right. Here it is, guys. It's a lot straighter than it looks. If you look at the frame down there, up there, and then you look at like the plane on the crown of the fork up there, and you follow it back over the seat. I'm on a kickstand, so a little angle, not too bad. I'm not worried about a little of this, a little of that. When you sit on it, this moves. This all moves. All right. I can't really tell a difference sitting on it, other than the seat feels like it doesn't want to move, guys. It feels solid. All right. You saw all the plastic we were working with up front. Okay. I ended up leaving out the big washer in the back, but I still got the lock washer, the nut on there. I'll switch that to a nylock nut. All right. So same thing in the back, just one nylock nut. So, you know, 3 or 4 pieces of hardware, guys. That's it. That metal bracket, like I said, that's just a piece of 1/8 inch, 1.5 inch flat bar stock that I picked up down the hardware store. All right. So this is what you can do, guys. This could work. Specifically for guys who ride these MB200-2s a little bit harder. Some of you guys out there on the racetrack, I'm sure you guys do similar things. If not, this one's for you. Definitely something to think about. You can buy as many of these seats as you want, but you're not going to solve that problem. You're going to keep running into it. All right. And I did this without trying to fabricate fitting another seat on this bike. This is the stock seat that came on this bike. All right. And we literally drilled 2 holes. You know, obviously it was in a series, but that's it. You don't have to, like I said on the back, you don't have to tack weld that. It does fit nice and firm up under there. There's all kinds of methods. You guys could figure that out. Maybe if I could make another one, yeah, you know, we'll see about that. And I could weld that little piece on the end, you know. Maybe we could all help each other out. That's what it's all about. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to get this out for a test run a little bit later, but I'll tell you what. I think this work in progress is going to be fine. So, you have a good day.